BJP played game. What they did was that they asked these Sioux groups in 2017, 2022, it's all in public domain, you Google it and you'll see. These Sioux groups, these armed Kuki groups, supported them in elections. In promise, they were supposedly said that they will fulfill their political demand of a separate administration or something of that kind, which is openly came out because one of these groups, in an affidavit submitted to the court, written very clearly that I met so-and-so of the BJP and they promised us all of these things. On the other hand, they prop up some people from my community as a defender and the savior of the Meiteis. And it is this polarizations played by BJP government has aggravated the situation. And I suspect that the government of India's silence, which I call it its complicity in the whole crisis, please remember, in post-colonial Indian history, you have never heard of 60,000 people languishing in wretched condition in camps. I have seen them. It's horrifying. I happen to have some experience of doing partition studies of the 1947, particularly while I was working in a research institute called CSTS under the principal investigator was Professor Ashish Nandi. The case studies that I have read and I have seen, interviews that we have conducted, in live forms today I see in my own home state. Those pain and anger is what you have seen me in Parliament, and that had forced me to join what you call it a dirty domain called politics. I came in and people have spoken out. I won without the traditional style of elections where investing money. And Manipur elections, normally the margin is always around 20 to 30,000 maximum. I won the elections by 1 lakh, almost 10,000. And that is people speaking out for nobody like me from a university who comes there. And I think that is the issues. The road may have ahead is that I would suggest two things. Indian government and all of us must take a firm stand against any demand of a political structure based on communal, exclusivist, sectarian ideologies. That's the fundamental. You can have demand for administrative reforms or structures based on what the State Reorganization Commission had said to empower the people for participation in the governing on their life, and also for the effective and efficient delivery of goods and services. There must be an administrative rationale rather than an exclusive communal identity project. Indian government, whichever party holds it, and for the rest of us, if you don't do that, this country will not survive. It will open a Pandora's box. That's why State Reorganization Commission way back in 1956 have said it very clearly. It cannot be done on these communal identities, but it should be founded on administrative rationale for effective and efficient delivery of goods and services. And what should I say, still, I expect the government of India to assert its own authority, its read, as whoever would suggest that you must claim the monopoly of the legitimate use of physical force. And that's what state is all about. When the state surrenders, you have warlords roaming around with guns. Afghanistan is a clear picture of that. We know what is the idea of a failed state when the state does not assert its authority. But I've told you, this government is complicit in its silence. Allowing this violence to go on for so long clearly tells you that something is there in the mind of this government, and we must be careful about and alert to this move of the government. But still, I will ask the Prime Minister, as my leader Rahulji says, please visit. Call all your MA. Remember that all the leaders of this community's leader and that community leaders popping up as the savior of respective communities are all from BJPs. The one who is asking for defending Manipur is also in the cabinet. The one who is demanding for separation also in their cabinet. And the game plan, 200 plus people have lost life Lawlessness economy is destroyed, investment has flown away from the state, shops are being closed down, petrol pumps have been closed down, and 60,000 people are still suffering in wretched condition in Rakhine. We all need voice from your end as well to pressure the government of India to behave. Thank you.